Welcome back, friends. I believe that there could be a sharp knock in the Nifty and Sensex tomorrow. Among the stocks which look overvalued and are is prone to hammering tomorrow is Reliance Industries. It indeed has been a dream run for Reliance Industries in the calendar year 2020, from hitting a low of 868 on March 23rd. The stock has skyrocketed over 150% to a record high of 2,199 on July 27. It has fallen about 3% today. The stellar rally has come on the back of big ticket investments by marquee names such as Facebook, Google, Intel Capital, and Qualcomm Ventures into RIL's digital arm, the Geo Platforms. The company's announcement of becoming net debt free much before the deadline of March 21 has indeed triggered much good response from the investors who have taken the stock up, and therefore the Nifty and Sensex have also followed, and Reliance, being an important part of the Nifty and Sensex index, has taken the indices to all-time highs. However, the stock's primary triggers, which is deleveraging, number two is asset monetization, and the third is the digital momentum, have pretty much played out by now. The current exuberance that we are seeing in the Reliance stock is a revamp or a redux of what we saw earlier in 1994 at the time of India liberalization, 2000 rather, at the time of the Y2K bug, and 2008, the KG-86 offshore gas field exploration. So that suggests that associated risk is high, because we saw what happened after all the euphoria got built up at that point of time. Now, the two-stage reverse discounted cash flow DCF analysis of Reliance stocks shows that the market is baking in high earnings per share growth, particularly for Geo platforms. 35% compound annual growth rate and 31% for Reliance Retail, sustaining over the next 10 years, which is not an ordinary thing. Besides, the street has prematurely fired up the valuation of the entire consolidated entity, that is the whole Reliance Industries, to those commanded by major tech companies such as, or which are called the FANG companies in the United States, the Facebook, Google, Amazon, Netflix. The unhindered run-up in the stock price is primarily fueled by a slew of big ticket investments, and which I mentioned, that is really commendable that Mukesh Ambani has been able to get these types of investments in this rather difficult environment. However, one must not lose sight of the fact that the cutting edge FANG companies boast large free cash flows. Right. In contrast, RIL is still primarily an oil to chemicals business that shall continue to generate the bulk cash flows over the medium term. Another issue is that RIL has ventured into multiple business verticals, right from telecom, e-commerce, entertainment, education. However, in not many of these has it been able to acquire leadership so far. Although RGO launched its entertainment apps at an early stage of business evolution, invested aggressively in the business, and forged the right partnerships, yet it has not been able to achieve leadership in any of these businesses. In the entertainment ecosystem, for example, RIL faces a Herculean task to displace the existing market leaders, which, while in the healthcare and in the Internet of Things, that is IoT, ecosystems, also RGO is lagging. Even in the education verticals, it is facing competition from startups like Byju's. So the situation is such that the valuations have gone far ahead of the fundamentals, I believe. Tomorrow could be a down day. However, the markets still have some the correction which I was anticipating has been there, has shown itself out. I would not say that Reliance is going to tank from day after tomorrow, from tomorrow, and that's the end of the story. No, there is still some steam left. However, the purpose of this video is to prepare. Well, yes, you may see a fall tomorrow and a good one, a good hammering. But all that I'm trying to tell you is that the valuations don't seem to be justified by the fundamentals. And we are nearing a point of time where you may see the stock price of Reliance Industries get hammered properly. But having said that, I am not anticipating that tomorrow or today was the beginning of the fall in Reliance. I'm not saying that. Although you may see a fall tomorrow, good chance, very likely. Yet we are nearing a price correction in the stock that does not take away the great merits of Reliance and the great efforts by Mukesh Bhai in trying to get this company debt free and enter into many spaces which not any company in India has gone before. Yet definitely overvalued by any stretch of imagination and nearing a correction time. So it's repeated before I conclude. I'm not saying today was the beginning of the correction, although tomorrow we may see a good correction in Reliance, yet definitely looks to be overvalued. We are nearing, I'm not saying it has started, I repeat, I'm nearing a correction time in the stock price of Reliance Industries, but it is definitely to be kept in mind. So for people who are in over exuberance, and do remember that markets always overshoot. So you'll find an individual stock like Reliance could still further go up another 200, 300 rupees is definitely likely. Even the Nifty can go up another 500 points. Yet small and medium investors, I believe at the end of this particular rally, which does not make sense to me in many ways, when it finally busts, many people will be left holding the bag. This is what has happened every time. At every point of time this has happened, and again you will find the same story happening this time. So be careful before making your investments, and this is the message that I am trying to convey. Happy investing. Take care. Bye bye.